Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Kris.
And today we'll be talking about the Kardashians, Season 5, Episode 3.
I need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Kim's birthday is coming up.
Yeah.
So Khloé is going over to Kris's house to discuss plans.
Mm-hmm.
But they end up not really discussing plans too much. They end up talking about Kris's ailments. So she's been having some issues of ringing in her ears and difficulty with hearing. So she thinks that she might need to get that checked out. Mm-hmm. Scott ends up coming through, and Khloé asks Scott if he's going to stop losing weight. He says he has about 3 more pounds to go, but he didn't realize how much he was eating. Like, he was downing these Hawaiian rolls and ginger ales. For some reason, he thought that ginger ales were healthy, and not realizing that it's just like any other soda.
Hey, listen, his name what? Scott?
Yeah.
Scott, stop lying to us, bro. Mm-hmm. This is not just you just stop eating Hawaiian rolls and ginger ales and you working out and things like that. I think something as simple as someone asking you, are you going to stop losing weight, is because I think you're losing weight in a way that you can stop losing weight.
Yeah.
Dude, you get what I'm saying?
And also, it looks like you might be getting a little sickly looking.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you was losing weight the way that us normal folks lose weight, I don't think nobody would ever say, hey, are you going to stop lifting? Are you going to stop going to the gym? Are you going to stop losing weight? Are you going to stop getting fit? Are you going to stop getting lean? It's
right.
Like, no one asks those type of questions.
Yeah, it's like you're wasting away.
Exactly. So when someone is asking, hey, are you going to stop? It's because you actually have the power to be like, okay, doctor, only 3 more. You get what I'm saying? That's just listen here, on this show specifically, I'm going to create my own storylines for this show. Okay. It's more fun that way for me. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So basically all I heard is, are you going to stop getting the shots?
Exactly.
That's all I heard.
Are you going to chill out on the Ozempic?
Yeah. That's all I heard.
So Khloé sent out all the RSVPs for everyone for Kim's get together. Mm-hmm. And she is going to head to take the kids to hip hop class. Okay. So that's just kind of more into the storyline of Khloé is very hands-on with the kids. She's taking them to class. She's taking them to school. She's there for them every night to take them to bed or to tuck them in bed. So it's just more of the same kind of thing of like Khloé is in the routine and the nannies don't do everything.
What the heck is hip hop class?
Probably dance.
Okay,
because she said they have like ballet on like Wednesday or something. Okay,
say dance. Okay, don't say hip hop class. Okay, it just seems very like, you watch those shows to where you know how they take like the rap songs, the hip hop songs, and the kids bops do a version of it. Yeah, and the kids got to dance to, and it's the clean version. It's not really saying what other people say. It just come off that way. It don't come off real. It just came off as like a kiddie hip hop. Like, nah, it's okay. All
right. Well, Kim has been called for jury duty during her birthday week.
Of course.
She says that she would want to serve, but she wouldn't want to send someone to jail because she is doing this whole jail reform movement. She also doesn't have the time for it. She's a single mom of 4, and Kim shares that she's not super strict. Khloé's the one who's really good at being strict, and she says she's just one person, and it all can be really overwhelming.
Do you believe this?
I believe it, but at the same time, I feel like Kim is like your tolerance just really low for your children or your patience just really low because I'm like, you're off jet setting a lot of the time to where you're not even around your kids. So when you are around them, are they just irritating to you? Like, that's kind of like where my question mark went. So I'm just kind of like, I mean, and I get that she's a single mom, but she is not the only person raising her children. Put it that way.
Yeah. This is where the show sucks for me. Yeah. Is when Kim tries to relate to normal folks. Yeah. You are Kim Kardashian. I'd rather you lean into it. Don't try to lean the other way. Right? This whole thing of I'm a single mother of 4 and like, I got to do jury duty on my birthday. Like, oh my goodness, woe is me. You have nannies, you have you have professionals to take care of your kids. You get what I'm saying? So
and you got drivers. You don't even got to drive them to school.
So it's not even this whole idea of like it's overwhelming, right? It's kind of what Blair said in a way of like, dude, you just find your kids annoying. Like that's one thing. But I think this is her attempt of trying to come off as I'm normal too. Yeah. I have to do jury duty too. I am overwhelmed too. When they want the iPad, I just give it to them too. Just like I see y'all do, right? But I'm just like, don't try to relate to us. Yeah. That's not what at least I'm watching the show for. You get what I'm saying? I want to see you lean more into that Kardashian villain role to where it's basically like, I don't relate to y'all normal folks.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I like that more than you trying to relate to us when we know that's not the reality of your life, you know?
Right. Then this is the crossover episode. So we get Gary from the Golden Bachelor, which is also another show that we reviewed.
Don't go back and watch it.
And Kendall and one of her friends go to Kris's house because they're going to have dinner with Gary.
Yeah.
And I think that is so interesting, and maybe not so interesting, but maybe it's just cool how Kris can be like, I want to have a dinner party with Gary, so let's make it happen. Or even, I want to have a dinner party with the creator of American Horror Story, and then Kim gets a job at the end of it.
She's powerful.
I'm just like, all right, like, can I get invited to a Kris dinner party?
No,
so
I'm okay.
So Kris is asking him how he's enjoying his journey. They're actually trying to pull for some tea about the season, but he is keeping it cute, laughing a little bit, but not trying to give him too much. Gary was surprised about how sentimental that he could get in the process and how much he actually cared for each and every woman.
I don't believe you. I don't even believe that you care for the woman that you divorced. Oh, just because y'all know, like, they are not together.
Yeah,
right. So,
Teresa. Yeah.
So this whole idea that it just seems like this scene is one long promo.
Yeah.
Because Golden Bachelor, I think Gary was the first Golden Bachelor of that series. So it's making you interested of, if you miss this season, you go catch the next season of Golden Bachelor. And maybe it might be a woman. Who knows?
Yeah, they already announced it, Golden Bachelorette. It's the lady who had to leave early because her daughter was going into labor, the blonde lady.
Oh, okay. So they basically just keeping it in the family.
Yeah.
We will not be reviewing that, guys. Okay?
Well, Kendall loves that he's emotionally intelligent, and apparently Kendall, because they were going to FaceTime his daughter, because he was saying that his daughters are big fans of them. So Kris was just like, okay, let's FaceTime somebody. And that's something I really like about Kris's personality. Like, even though she's like this powerful woman, like, she comes across super friendly, and it kind of down to earth, which is a little bit like,
you're falling for it.
Shocking to me. It's just like, you're reeling me in. Like,
no, you're in the boat. You're jumped in the boat.
So she's like, who do you want to call? Let's call somebody. So she tries to help him FaceTime one of his daughters, and on the phone they end up seeing that he's been calling Teresa multiple times during the day, and Kendall's just like, well, yeah, I know who won now. And she ends up telling everyone because telling the production because the show already aired. So
okay.
Kris has a conversation with him about the ringing in her ears, and she's asking him about his hearing aids and like, when did you know it was time to actually like get hearing aids? And he's just going through and explaining his experience and how like it was cute. He said it was ear candy, and he said that he's not embarrassed by it. Like, pretty much, I need to hear. So this is what I'm doing.
Well, listen, if you need it, wear it. If you don't need it, don't wear it. But if you don't want to wear it and you need it, then that's on you.
Yeah.
Then you ain't go here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So they end up watching the Golden Bachelor all together, and it just seemed like a really nice evening of them getting together, hanging out, and networking.
Listen here, you a big fan of how Kris can rope you in and seem down to earth. Kris won't be able to do that with me. If you was ever to meet Kris Jenner and she's like, FaceTime Kris, and you FaceTime me, first of all, hope I answer the FaceTime, right? And number two, I would have been like, who that? Like, oh, you're Kris Jenner. Oh, okay. Well, where's Blair? Like I have nothing to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Kourtney has a photo shoot today.
Yeah.
She has been on bed rest 70% of the time, and she has gotten permission from her doctor to do this shoot, but she has to only do it for 2 hours, be seated for pretty much the whole time that she's doing it. And I was glad that they had a chair for her to do the photo shoot, because I'm just like, she can't just do it like sitting down or laying down, but they did have her sitting down, so that was good.
I would ask, why you got to do a photo shoot? That's what I would ask.
Yeah.
It seemed like they get paid for photo shoots. Like, it just seemed like that's basically the main story of this show is that I had a photo shoot. Sorry, I was late. I had a photo shoot. Sorry, I'm at the photo shoot. I'm like, what are these photo shoots for? Yeah. But I'm not in that world.
So Kourtney got through the photo shoot, but she is exhausted. And Kris jokes around that she could be her body double. You know, I'm a pro with this. Look at all these kids I have.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, Kris is so funny.
Okay.
So day 3 of Kim going to jury duty, she still has not been dismissed yet. She talks about how she was hiding in a bathroom from her kids because things were so intense. She was actually on a Zoom interview and they were just banging on the door. She says she wants to be more strict, but she really has a hard time saying no. She just doesn't want to deal with the whining and the tears.
Wow. Of kids being kids.
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, you can cry. I didn't do anything to you. Cry. You know what I'm saying? But I also think that might be from guilt of how much probably she has to work, and also the fact that their dad isn't around, or isn't around as often as maybe she would like. So I think that's part of the reason, and I'm completely speculating of why she doesn't say no to them, because she's away all the time, and then when she finally gets to be with them, she probably just doesn't want to have a bad time.
No, it's easy. You know, I mean, yes, it's easier than no. So like she's not going to say no, especially when the nannies is basically there they sharing time. So like, why? It almost comes down to why would you say no?
Yeah.
If Kim priority was to not spoil her kids, then of course no would be needed. As Khloé, her priority is I want to raise my kids.
Yeah.
So they probably hear more no's because she's consistently around.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And she's probably also able to balance it because she's always around, and they see when she does give them stuff or spends time with them or gives them presents, but she balances that out with her no's. But maybe when Kim is gone, and also I think that might stir up more anxiety or
maybe
troublemaking within the kids because their mom isn't always there.
Yeah.
So when she gets back, it's not like they're making her pay, but they're just kind of like, we want you. We want to be around you. We want your time. We all want you. And
we
Kim,
like you.
And Kim goes into saying at one point, like, I tell them, like, do you want me to cut myself into 4s and give each one of you a part of me? And I'm just like, dang, Kim, that's intense. Like, weren't you in Milan, Paris, and New York? Like, they want to be with their mom.
But I had the jet pick them up. No, and also we also gotta understand she's rich. Yeah. Right? The reason why a lot of us got no's when we was growing up is because it probably would have put our parent in financial situations that they not to go put themselves in for the kid.
Right.
But when you're rich, there is a mindset of, well, I could just do this.
Yeah.
And it would make them quiet. You get what I'm saying? So like, I get it.
Yeah. So Khloé is going to Scott's house with Kris so they can meet Penelope. Or is she going with Kris? Yeah, she's going with Kris to meet Penelope's new dog. Khloé does not want to date. She enjoys her time by herself and with her kids. She says that she takes them to school, that 9 a.m. to 4:30 is her time. She doesn't want to have to split her time with anybody, share her TV with nobody. Scott is kind of doing a temperature check to see if she is really over the Tristan thing and if she really doesn't want to get back with him. And Khloé is just like, yeah, it's a wrap. It's done. But I found it interesting. Even Chris's facial expressions, she looked like she was like, I don't know. Like, you know, like just kind of just like ask the question, Scott, because there might be something for Khloé to go back to with Tristan. And I don't know why they keep pressing that on her. Like Tristan did her dirty, y'all. And I know they try to make it seem like, oh, he's such a great dad and all this type of stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't think he's probably changed, because didn't he just have a baby with that woman when the surrogate was pregnant with Khloé's baby? I'm just like, that's the second time that Khloé's been pregnant that he's gone off and did something. You know, he put her into early labor the first time.
Are you asking me? I don't know.
No, I'm saying.
I'm about to say.
I'm just like. I don't get the draw with the family for Tristan. I really don't get it.
But just think about it. Even though they're not together, Kourtney and Scott didn't have a good relationship, but Scott is basically like the son of the family.
Yeah.
So it's like, it don't mean anything to, like, if they treated you bad or it ended bad. You are now part of the business. And Tristan is unfortunately part of the business. And if I'm going to put a word in for you to get a job at ESPN that later on got you back on a team and stuff like that, you're going to work because you're part of the family.
Right.
So I don't know if I'm not going to put words in nobody's mouth. They are not pimping Khloé.
Okay.
Right? I don't want to take it there. I know I'm making up my own scenarios that are more interesting than the ones we see. They are not pimping Khloé. But I do find it interesting of why they can't just accept Khloé's decision. And then on top of that with Tristan. Because in my head, I'm like, they are around rich people, all kinds of rich people. why do they keep suggesting Tristan?
Yeah.
Who is not on the tier that they are on. You get what I'm saying? So it is giving storyline more than actual her real interests. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
And Khloé feels that everyone's been judgy for her not dating, but she just wants to stick to her routine. Honestly, she doesn't even know how to date with kids. I mean, she's like, I'm not bringing anybody to my house.
Yeah.
And honestly, I respect that. Yeah, you shouldn't just be having any and everybody in your house around your kids. Like, that should definitely be a safe and sacred place for your family. And honestly, maybe, and this is me speculating, maybe they want Khloé to get out and date because that would be more fun and exciting for the show, is to see Khloé on this dating journey. But Khloé is being a mom and her focus has shifted. And I think she's doing great, honestly.
Actually, I'm gonna do that once we get done recording this. I'm gonna look up the ratings of when Khloé was going through that Lamar Odom stuff, because maybe they need something to where like Khloé was the one that brought the ratings because she had the drama, she had the Tristan, she had the Lamar Odom, she had with him when he was going through his things and things of that nature. I wonder what was Khloé's role on the show to the point where she's calm. And they like, well, we need some type of entertainment. Yeah. Because Kourtney's calm now. You know what I'm saying? Khloé's kind of laid back. I'm just watching the kids. And I think Kris is like, we need a show to show these folks. Kylie don't have the responsibility to show anything about her life.
Or show up.
You know what I mean? And I have a whole theory that I'm going to make up about that later on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Kendall like, okay, Mom, I can do something. I like the Golden Bachelor. It's like, you know what, Kendall, just go back to your horses and your anxiety. And I think Kris is trying to call the family to, hey, we got a show, and we need to, every day, every month, every quarter of the year, they are creating new reality shows. Yeah. And each one is better, and we are getting pushed to the bottom and the bottom and the bottom and the bottom, and we are not on the top of people's heads as we used to be back in the day.
Honestly, I watched the show for nostalgia.
So I think she's like, we need something. Yeah. We need a spark. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Kim, I heard you was dating Odell Beckham. Will we see Odell this season? It's like, we are, I can tell y'all already. This is episode what, 2?
3.
I can tell you what episode 4 is gonna be. It's gonna be about Kim overworking. You get what I'm saying? Kris gonna be talking about, hey, Kim, are you doing too much? Are you working? Khloé's gonna be caring about the kids and about saying no to Tristan and things like that. We're not gonna see Kylie, right? Kendall's gonna be part of a photo shoot, and Kourtney's gonna do a photo shoot, and that's gonna be episode 4, right? And I can already tell you what it's gonna be. So I think Kris is trying to, like, hey guys, give me something that I can take back to Hulu so we can keep going, because guess what? There is the Ultimatum South Africa. Yeah. There is the Perfect Match. There is all these other shows. Love After Lockdown. I know that's not their tier of shows that they be talking about, but there is what is that? Love is Blind. That's a big thing that people are interested in talking about, and our show is basically the soap opera that people watch when they're home during the day. It's not even like a good show. I'm sorry. It came out of me. I wasn't trying to even say it.
Well, Kris is going to get her a hearing check.
Yeah. Look.
Kendall and Scott come to support her. And honestly, pretty much all the daughters think their mom is a hypochondriac.
Could be.
Her hearing is perfect. She doesn't need a hearing aid. And they tell her, basically, you need to go on an ear diet. So there are certain foods that can cause ringing in the ears. So you just need to limit those amounts of food that you eat.
That man said no garlic. I would have broke my diet.
And they say no wine, and they're just like, oh, she's gonna have a problem with that. So, well,
exactly.
So Khloé is throwing a B-Day dinner for Kim's birthday. Yeah. Kim thinks that Khloé is too punctual. She's like, why is she rigid on my birthday? Well, they're FaceTiming as they're getting ready. Kim wants Kris and Khloé to pick her up because Kris and Khloé were going to be riding together. Yeah. Khloé ends up calling her mom and says, like, Kim wants to be picked up. And then Kris is just like, are we ever going to get there if we pick her up? And Khloé's just like, the thing is, I need to be on time because I'm the one hosting the party. I need to be there to welcome everybody. Yeah. They both just agreed to let's go pick up Kim. She said she'll be on time, so fingers crossed she will.
She wasn't.
So Kim is ready and on time. Apparently, she says she forgot to say goodbye to her kids.
And that's the theme I keep getting. Like, Khloé even said, like, that's wild. Like that's weird. Kim, I don't know what you're trying to portray, but I think she's trying so hard to come off as normal. Like, oh my goodness, I forgot to say bye. Be careful of trying to come off as normal and a bad parent now, because you're kind of leaning towards a bad parent.
Yeah, like you kind of don't want to be bothered by your kids.
Your kids is not your roommates. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so Kris shares that she forgot to grab Kylie and Kendall when they went to a Christmas tree lot because she and Bruce at the time were both leaving the lot and thinking the other person had the girls. They both got home. Nobody had the girls.
Wow.
So they had to go back and pick up their daughters. So they get to the dinner. Kim says that she hasn't seen a therapist because she has the greatest friends. And I wrote down lie. Because the previous season, she was talking to Kris, and Kris was asking her, who do you talk to? Why don't you talk to me? You don't confide in us about what's going on with you and Kanye. And Kim says it's because I talk to my therapist. So what are we doing here, Kim? Why are we lying about how great our friends are and how we don't need a therapist? I'm just like... Okay, whatever. So it's Kim's 43rd birthday.
Happy birthday, Kim.
They do speeches. Everyone is super happy. And it's kind of like a small, intimate dinner with some of her closest friends. And Kylie ends up arriving an hour late.
Why?
Apparently, she had a photo shoot.
Stop right there.
Okay.
You see how photo shoots. This is a show of photo shoots.
Yeah.
Everybody's occupation is photo shoots, right?
Yeah.
I think Kim was late to her party. And if you're later than me when I'm late to my party, I think you got a problem with me. I think Kylie got a problem with Kim.
Oh, okay.
I'm going there. I'm going because this.
I think Kylie is just self-centered.
I think
she's not thinking about nobody but herself.
And guess what? I think Kim could be included in that.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's more like, oh, it's just Kim's birthday. I don't care, you know. And like the interest that Kim probably wanted to make, Kylie made. And in some way, I'm like, Kim, take your attention off of beefing with Khloé. Your real person that you should beef with is the one that's not pulling their weight. It's the Kylie.
Yeah.
That's the legacy right there. That's the young one of like, what do you do?
Right.
You with Travis, you're not with Travis. You with Travis, now you're not with Travis.
And we don't get to see none of that.
We don't get to see any of it, right? But you get to show up late to my party. Yeah. The one that's actually pushing the Kardashian name. The one that's actually like, when y'all think of Kardashian, y'all think of Kim Kardashian, but you're late to my party? Yeah. Matter of fact, I would have had you escorted out. Now, do that sound more interesting than what we actually saw?
That does sound interesting.
Thank you. Like, come on, now. like Kris, hire me. Okay, hire me. Okay, because but that's how I truly feel, though. Even though I am making up scenarios, I do feel that way. I do feel Kylie thinks she's above, even Kim. Like, this may sound mean to say, Kylie, you could be late to Kourtney's party. You could be late to even Khloé's party. You can't be late to the money's party. This is Kim's party. She's the one that's actually like the main focus of the family. And for you to make a main interest on Kim's party, I think that's wild. I don't know. I think that's wild.
Yeah. I don't know. Kylie does it to everybody. So I didn't take it any type of way because I just think that Kylie just be in her own world. Yeah. So that was pretty much it. I really don't have much more to say.
Oh, I'm thinking there was more to this. No. Well, what do you think about the nostalgia show you like to watch?
I enjoy it. I find it funny. And that's pretty much it.
And that's true. She do be laughing. And I be looking at her like, what happened? Because I look at her like, what did I miss? I ain't miss anything. Only thing I missed was Kris Jenner sitting in the chair with like her leg over the arm of the chair, and then she's laughing. I'm just like, I don't get it. Yeah. But I'm here with y'all guys, and I'm going to continue to create scenarios and continue to create storylines that I think should be the storyline of the show. Let's get Kylie and Kim against each other. Okay. That should be the goal. All right. One is the star. One thinks she should be the star. Let's get them against each other. I also noticed something too. Whenever Met Gala come around, I do realize that like they do be talking about Kylie dresses more. And I wonder, is Kim motivated to just outdress everybody? That's why she keep going to these extreme lengths. But I'm like, Kylie really do be killing them dresses at like Met Gala. I do be liking Kylie dresses more than Kim. Okay. I just wanted to throw that little tidbit just in case they watch it, wanted to start a little beef and stuff like that. Y'all be good.
Bye.